When I was in university, we didn't have beanbags. We just had rocks. I'm very old. I actually realised that it's been 10 years since my Freshers' Week. That's kind of weird, isn't it? It doesn't feel like that. It feels like 15. This poem's called Prince Bonzo. And just as an introduction, if you think you know, like unconditional love, like how parents feel for their children, or like true love is, bullshit. Get a dog. Then you'll know unconditional love. When I first met you, I thought you were God. Because you bought me tennis balls, bowls of food and belly rubs, and honestly, what more could a dog ever want? You called me Casper because I am small, white and friendly. I called you Tim because that is your actual name. You never did ask mine. It is Prince Bonzo the Third. Thank you for changing it. I know I'm technically your mum's dog, but despite everything you say to the contrary, you can only ever really have one best friend, and you are mine, because you always seem to find a new tennis ball when the old one is chewed around the edges and spitting at the seams, and you always seem to find time to play with me. Like, you know that one game where you go to throw the ball and I go racing after it, but actually it turned out that it was in your hand the whole time. Yeah. Fuck you. I still slept on your bed until you moved out, because you were the one I trusted not to kick me off or get mad when I scratched at the door at 4 a.m. to do the secret things dogs do at 4 a.m. I can't tell you much, but I can tell you this. It generally involves the moon and barking. And in my defense, has the moon ever killed you? No, it has not. You are welcome. Some apologies. I am sorry that I pissed on the leg of that girl that you were talking to that time. She was very pretty. I was very desperate. And that tree was not getting any closer. I am sorry that I pissed on that stack of newspapers you had to deliver. I am glad we delivered them anyway. I'm sorry I was not there when that man beat you up on the way home from school. I don't know what I would have done. I'm only 18 inches tall. I don't have like fangs or venom, but I wish I'd been there for you. I still remember that as soon as your friends left, you let the mask fall. You wrapped your arms around me and you cried for an hour. I am sorry that all I could do was lick your face, but of all the things that I've ever made, you smile in that moment is my favorite to date. I wish you'd visit more. Mum and Dad need help sometimes. All the tasty things are in jars or on high shelves, and I don't have opposable thumbs. I think Mum's gonna need you now more than ever. I swear, she loves me almost as much as you. I need you to know that it is all right. 14 years is a long time. I am a tennis ball, chewed around the edges and splitting at the seams, and I am trying so hard not to be scared. But maybe pop by this weekend. Bring a ball that I can't chase anymore, a bowl of food that I probably won't touch, and belly rubs. I could really use a God right now. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that I will miss you. And please don't be too sad. You are the best friend that a dog ever had. So I'm going to level with you. Don't worry, I heard he went to a nice farm, it was fine. You guys can't be upset about that, that's my childhood dog, right? Like, I own the sorrow of that story. Yeah, so I'm going to level with you. I had a shit day at work and decided to turn up. And then Ellie was like, oh, shit day at work. Do like 10 minutes. Well, okay, sure. Didn't bring 10 minutes of poems. So, we're going to make one up. Isn't that fun? Should we do that? It's like audience participation, except the people who are into audience participation and the people who are into the kind of sad, misanthropic agony that I bring to a poetry set are such completely different circles in the Venn diagram that one of them might actually be the moon. But we'll do it. We'll see how it goes. So I need 2 words shouted at random. Okay, so I got Pokemon from Rory, who raised his hand. Amazing. And then go, sorry.
Heroin.
Bong. Heroin. I think heroin beats bong by like maybe like an inch. Okay, so Pokemon and heroin. This actually writes itself. You are chosen. You are chosen. You are chosen. And with 7 more, and 5 plasma guns and a Rhino transport tank, you make up 300 points of my Chaos Space Marine army. It's an interesting thing, but actually, once you add a Chaos Lord, another squad of Chosen, and 2 Predators with las cannons, what you have is 1,000 points that can take on the world. It's a weird thing for a 29-year-old lawyer to do for a pastime, but do you know what's weirder? Finding escapism by going to a 41st millennium in a sci-fi universe that is defined by total and unending war. How fucked up is our world that total and unending war is an escape route? It's weird being a nerd, isn't it? A little bit. I've got Pokemon Sun on a Nintendo DS that I play on my lunch break. How weird is it that you have to commit animal cruelty in virtual form on a lunch break? It's a bit, not entirely, I've seen Train Spotting, but it's a bit like heroin. Tell yourself, I'll hatch 1 more egg, I'll beat 1 more Japanese person who's definitely gonna kick my ass, I'll beat another 10 battles on the battle tree. What's that, 5 AM? The birds are singing. Shut up, birds, I'm trying to beat 5 people on the battle tree and one of them's Japanese. I'm gonna lose. I need everything I can get here and you are not helping with your maybe it's time to get up and go to work bullshit that you're singing, right? One of the Pokemon in the new game looks like Donald Trump. I spent 50 minutes on that section of the game because one of my Pokemon had Flamethrower. Now let that sink in. It means I want to kill Donald Trump. SEAL Team 6 are on the way. Don't really know what the point of this is. I suppose the point is that happiness is the thing that you define by context, maybe. Maybe the point is that I like to get away with nerd credentials by talking about Warhammer and Pokemon on a stage when I should be talking about feelings and sadness. But this is a little bit more fun. Maybe the point is that every single thing that I do, however nerdy and ridiculous it seems, when I need to escape, I don't run to myself. Warhammer has another person on the side of the table thinking exactly the same things that you are. Pokemon, you are playing against someone, no matter where they are in the world. Pokemon Go, god damn, you're out in the sunshine and like the fresh air and shit. That's escape. Maybe what I'm saying is that when I need sanctuary, when I need escape, I run to people. Maybe what I'm saying is that a lot of those people are strangers. Maybe what I'm saying is, despite everything you think that you know about the world, those strangers, they always catch me when I fall. Right, that went a bit weird, but then we brought it back. This is something that I wrote yesterday. So I've got an iPad. Never read off an iPad, it's not very professional. Undo typing, I don't want to do that. So, I'm a lawyer by trade. It's a weird trade to have. It's not all explosions and sleeping with your clients out of gratitude for your amazing services. Working wills and probate, in case anyone wondered. That means that all of my clients are thinking about death. But this is a poem basically this poem is a letter I wish I could write, but unfortunately, like, professional negligence as an idea exists, so I can't. It's called Not All Heroes Wear Capes. To whom it may concern, I write to appeal your frankly ridiculous parking charge notice. You're lucky that I'm appealing through this route rather than allowing you to incur legal costs and make you look foolish in a public court, so you'd do well to recognise the obvious legitimacy of this appeal and cancel the notice forthwith. That's a legal term. My appeal is based on 4 points: that you don't understand, that you don't understand how time works, that you don't understand how contracts work, that you don't understand how train stations work, and that you don't understand how light works. On the first point, I draw your attention to the date of the quote-unquote alleged incident, that being the 8th of December, and then to the date of the notice, that being the 6th of January. Once I'm done rolling my eyes like a rock star, I'll point you towards Protection of Freedoms Act 2012, Schedule 4, Paragraph 9, Subparagraphs 4.5, which state that notices such as this penalty charge notice are only valid if they are either handed to the keeper or but sent by the post to the current address for service of the keeper, so that it's delivered to that address within 14 days. Emphasis, emphatically added by me. As my 3-year-old nephew could tell me, there are more than 14 days before the 9th of December and the 6th of January, therefore the ticket is invalid. I could stop here and win the appeal, but I won't. I've locked the iPad. This is more than a minute long. So, how contracts work. You state in your letter that the terms and conditions of use are clearly displayed throughout the area. Under English law, you can't just impose a contract on other people just by displaying the terms. This is a free and liberal democracy, not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. In order for a contract to be binding, there has to be an offer, and the offer must be accepted. Acceptance does not work if you're just silent. That's fucking stupid. And before you quote Beavis versus Parking Eye, he actually parked, which is an act which can implicitly accept a contract. But I didn't, so fuck you. On to train stations. You allege that I committed a breach of the terms and conditions of the car park infrastructure where the signs are clearly displayed throughout the area showing these terms and conditions. That's an impressively long sentence. It says fuck all. Nothing says what I allegedly did, so, being the enterprising soul I am, I phoned up and find out. Billy, who I'm sure was just following orders, told me that I was there for more than 15 minutes. Fuck off was I. You have 2 pictures, one from 7 o'clock and one from 9. Nothing documents the movements of my car in between these times, and my lights were on, which means I was probably moving, unless it's against your terms and conditions to drive safely. I live about a 5-minute walk from Bristol Parkway Station. If I needed to park nearby, I'd use my drive. I can't quite pinpoint my exact movements on that day since it was over a month ago, as previously mentioned. But I did have a few visitors during December, and it has been a cold winter, so I collected my visitor, drove them home, and then drove them back later. How dare I visit your car park infrastructure twice in one day? What do I think this is? Because I'm kind of a train station. Oh. Finally, we turn to how light works. The black and white photographic evidence you sent me was taken at night time. All I can see is my headlights. Doesn't even show where I am. You're a fucking moron. So, in conclusion, your notice is farcically unenforceable, and any further attempt to claim this money would only serve to embarrass you further and annoy me to the point of litigation. I expect you to uphold this appeal, and the only correspondence I expect to receive from you is either confirmation of my appeal or a grovelling apology for this offensive attempt to defraud me, or both. Any further attempt to charge me this money will be treated as fraud and harassment, which are both actionable in both civil and criminal courts. Yours incredulously, Tim Ledwitch. P.S. Fuck yourself into the sea.